So why is it so important to be a good neighbor? I'll tell you one thing, when you have a bad neighbor, it makes all of your life difficult. It doesn't make just one aspect of life, because your home is your home. Your home is where you live. And when you have a neighbor that's difficult, that doesn't care, even worse if you have a neighbor that's not even really a neighbor but just a property owner using it to make money, they don't really care about you or your well-being. They just care about the money that they're making, right? One of the most important things is to treat your neighbor like you would treat yourself, the golden rule. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, when that doesn't happen, it weighs on your mind. You stay up at night thinking about it, wake up in the morning and look out your window, and you're just filled with anxiety because there's problems that you can't solve. There's meetings you have to go to, city councils you have to talk to that seem indifferent, that don't care. And what if you saved up a lot of money and you bought your dream house in a rural community, and then your neighbor comes in and turns it into a circus? When you talk about things with your neighbor and they say, well, yeah, that's all well and good, but how am I gonna pay for my additional property if I don't allow all this nonsense to happen, right? And that's so important, because if you don't have a good neighbor, your home becomes a prison. Especially if you do live in a rural community where you can't just up and leave. You're stuck there until you get your house sold. And it pulls at your heartstrings. And I think this is one of the reasons why God did say one of the most important things to do is to be a good neighbor, to be a supportive, loving, compassionate, empathetic, empathic neighbor. But this Friday, we've got a new song coming out that's going to talk about all this and more. So stay tuned. Leave it in the comments below why you think being a good neighbor is so important, or maybe why you think I'm overreacting. Love you guys.